rock and roll with it. So what's going on, you guys? We are back at it for Boca, Bourbon, and real estate again. And we do have Nacy back with us. She got her nails done yesterday, so she's good to go for us today, all right? So we should be rocking and rolling on that. So as always, we've got a packed 30 minutes for you guys, so we'll try to make it as efficient as possible. We're a little bit late today. Part of the reason is that Ike decided he wanted to run off and chase some ducks, so I had to go and grab him from the ducks. And he jumped into the lake, which was fun. But you know what? We got him back, so it's all good. So anyway, we'll get into some news for you guys. So some local news.
Start with the bourbon.
Oh shoot, my bad. You know what? You're right. So last week we had a little bit of extra fun post Boca Bourbon and real estate. So we finished the 1792 bottle, and this week, well, let's say this month, hopefully, we have new Reef. Riff? I don't know. New Riff, R-I-F-F, whatever. So this is one that was actually, this is the single barrel. This one was actually recommended by Adam Stein. And I went over to Total Wine earlier today, and they also recommended this. They recommended this one, and there's another like new bourbon that's about to hit. And so they told me about both of them, and I had mentioned that somebody had commented on that one before, and we should check it out. And they were like, there's no question. It was one of the people that was there, their favorite. It had an extremely high rating, and so far, it tastes pretty good.
So far.
I like it.
Do you like it better than the last one?
I do like it better than the last one.
I do too. Which, lesson learned, if you see a super fancy bottle, you have to wonder what they're making up for. Because the last one, I definitely like the bottle better. That's the kind of decision I would make. See a fancy bottle and see like, oh, I want this one. But it wasn't as smooth. And that one is kind of like just a plain,
it's kind of like a
looking
wine bottle.
Yeah, I know. You know. I mean, it's not bad. It just looks kind of plain, but it's like it's a lot smoother. So I guess we have two different school of thoughts as to what we're drinking, choice of drink for today.
So yeah,
you're sticking to your.
Mine is the Old and Faithful Old Fashioned, and Nacy, what are you drinking?
So I have a bourbon mule, so same amount of alcohol, which I won't disclose how much. I'm embarrassing amount, but I'm using actually the Gosling's Diet Ginger Beer, which we have two different minds on because I really like it. To me, it doesn't taste that different from like an original, and it has 0 calories, which is a plus. But I don't think you liked it. I think you can taste the artificial sweetener. I can't taste it as much.
Now Nyara says she wants your drink, so I mean, I guess she can taste it, but not a fan at all.
It's pretty good.
Not a fan at all. I'd rather take the extra calories and go all in on the regular ginger beer on that one.
And we happen to have a mint tree in the back, so I just grabbed this to make it look fancy.
Bougie. Anyway, what's going on, Nyara? How you doing? Hope everything is well. Haven't seen you in a minute. Anyway, let's get into the news real quick. So a couple of things that I wanted to update you guys on. One that I think is really, really cool that's going to be going on at the South Florida Fairgrounds. So on, I believe, Friday, October 23rd until Sunday the 25th, they're going to be having the first home improvement show. One of the cool things about that is that, like, with everything that's been going on, a lot of people have been doing a ton of home remodeling right now. And so it creates a really great experience for all of our South Florida friends to go out and meet all of these different vendors and see if they can get somebody to potentially do some work at their house. That would be nice.
I think we actually need to go to that. The debate right now is we're trying to see, are we going to be purchasing? Because obviously it wouldn't, some of the upgrades we want to make don't make as much sense. If we're going to be selling, they're more for enjoyment. I don't think we're going to see the benefit on it. But I think it's still worth checking out the fair. I don't know if we're going to end up doing the upgrades, but at least that'll give us some ideas. And that seems to be our problem, lack of creativity with upgrade ideas.
Well, if she's officially given me the approval to go, then hopefully I will be able to make it, and I'll be able to check out some great new vendors for you guys, and we will definitely provide you with our top vendor list from that event, so you guys will know who to go to when it comes down to remodeling your house.
Mask on though.
It's definitely, so yeah, so they're taking all the necessary precautions, so they still are requiring you to be socially distant, and everybody does have to wear a mask. So again, it's at the South Florida Fairgrounds. at the Expo Center. So if you are going, you do have to have a mask on.
Is this outdoor or
it's indoor.
is it indoors?
Yeah,
okay.
The Expo Center is indoor. So the cool thing about it was that the people who were putting it on, they were actually having issues because of COVID, and they thought there was a chance that it wasn't going to go on. Somebody else was actually supposed to be hosting the event, but then they ended up backing out. So this new organization decided to take it over and actually make sure that it still went on. So yeah, pretty interesting.
At least a couple of days, October 23rd through the 25th. So if you can't make it one day, then you do have a couple of days to check it out. So
yeah, you got the whole weekend. I think it runs. Let me actually check. I believe it runs from like 10 a.m. to 5, something like that. Give me 1 second, I'll see. Yeah, so it's going from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. On Sunday, and it'll be from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Friday and Saturday. So you guys got a couple opportunities to go and check that one out. So definitely check it out. If you don't get a chance to, just reach out to me and I'll give you that top vendor list after we get a chance to check it out for you guys. One of the other things, which is really cool, was the Education Foundation awarded $116,000 to teachers in the Palm Beach County community.
A lot of money.
Yeah, no, it was great. It was about $3,000 or less. I think it started, the minimum was about $1,000 and they went up to $3,000. But one of the cool things, and I think you'll get a kick out of this, was that the first grant was awarded to Jennifer Garanda, and she's out of Lake Worth Community High School. And what they did was they had about 160 students create a recycled runway sustainable fashion line.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. And so the students created like all one of a kind garments, and it was all from 100% recycled material. And so
is this going to be an annual thing, or is it just something they do?
I don't know. So I know that the foundation does do these awards annually. This was the most I think that they've done in their history, the 116,000.
Yeah, because the amount is a little bit unusual.
Yeah, no, it was really good. And so so super excited about that. That's really awesome. So congrats to Lake Worth Community High School for making 100% recycled runway fashion, or sustainable fashion.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. It would be actually pretty cool if we had some pictures of that. So if anybody knows any kids that helped in creating any of that, shoot us a picture of what they put together. I'd love to see it. I know Nacy would love to see it as well. And we'd love to give you guys some love about it. So I think that'd be pretty awesome.
Yep.
Yeah. So some other stuff that we have for you guys. I'm going to jump over on the real estate side real quick and give a couple quick shout outs. So I'm glad that we got to pop open a new bottle today, because we have some exciting news that happened today too. And it's not that we're not pregnant. There's nothing that's not happening.
We shot that right.
But what it is a big shout out to a couple of my clients. So Audrey and Hal, they just put their property in New York under contract. So they are officially moving to South Florida before the end of this year. So let's give them some love. Yeah. I'm super excited about that, because it's been a work in progress, and we've been working on it. We already found them their home down here, and all we were waiting for was their home to close up north. And today is officially the day. I think probably 40 minutes before we jumped on here, she ended up telling me that she officially got the contract in.
I think the interesting part about that too is that it's kind of in line with what we were talking about the other day, with more people just moving from up north. Now that you have more people with the ability to work from home and work remotely. So definitely, if you have friends and family that you're in South Florida, this is definitely the time to recruit. I know we're always doing all year round recruiting with our friends and families, sometimes successfully, sometimes not, but right now I think it's definitely, even if it's for like a temporary type of, you want to get a vacation home and you want to get more time rather than your typical snowbird time frame. I think this is a good year for that. Not a good year for very many things, but for that it might be definitely an opportunity.
You know what? And that actually jumps into something else that I definitely wanted to talk about, because we've had what we've seen is a lot of people from the Northeast moving down here, but also what we've been seeing is a lot of people are buying their retirement homes a little bit earlier than when they retire. Mm-hmm. And so the thing with that is it's actually really smart. And here's a couple reasons why. One, with interest rates being so low, they're going to get in on a better monthly payment than they possibly would, 3-4 years from now, right? So if you're in that range, then you're kind of debating. It creates a great opportunity from a dollar standpoint. The other thing is that you can rent the property out for the next couple of years that you don't intend to be there. I actually had another client that was moving from New York who did that exact same thing. They bought the property about 1.5 2 years before they planned to move down, and they rented it out. They had a renter in place before we even officially closed on the property. And they rented it out, and then they moved down 1.5 years later, and they're loving life down here. I've got another client that just bought probably a couple months ago, and they're doing the exact same thing. So they're going to use it as a vacation home for the next couple of years, and then eventually officially move down here. But it's really actually a smart idea, especially in this current market with where rates are, to try and capitalize on something like that as soon as you possibly can.
I think another possibility with doing that, some people might be hesitant of saying, I may be able to do that temporarily, but eventually I'll have to go back up north. What am I going to do with that property? It might be an opportunity for a vacation rental too. I know we have a vacation rental, and depending on the location you are, as long as you vet it out and just figure out the logistics with, are there limitations for Airbnb in that location, etc., which clearly is something your realtor can take care of.
Gotcha.
Figuring that part out, it can be an option too. So it doesn't need to be a decision where you're losing out money by, getting to use the property on a temporary basis. You can use it part of the year, and then when you're not using it, obviously you have to go back home. That might be an option to get some of your mortgage paid for.
Yeah, it's always a win. I know at our place, our mortgage is definitely getting paid for.
Yeah.
So it's a really good.
Surprisingly.
Yeah, a lot of people were concerned about Airbnbs during this whole COVID situation, and we actually bought our property during the whole COVID situation. We bought it. We went under contract in April and closed in May. Yeah. And it's been going really well for us. I mean, when you think about it, a lot of people are naturally traveling down to South Florida, right, because of the weather. And then in addition to that, we had a lot of locals that were looking for a getaway as well, and they've been booking the place like crazy as well. So there's several avenues, as long as you guys are comfortable doing it. There's several avenues for you guys to explore when it comes down to buying that retirement home a little bit early and still not having to pay for it yourself. So definitely something to think about there.
Now here's a question for you that relates back to the prime rate, interest rates overall being lower. Are you seeing that difference also translate into hard money loans? I know we had a related conversation the other day, because for some people the concern might be, I don't qualify for a conventional type loan, especially since this is not my homestead, it's a secondary property. Are you seeing any different of the interest rate situation, everything extended out to like hard money loans, or what are you seeing?
Yeah, so that's actually a really good question. So my lender actually hit me up last week just to give me a quick update on what was going on with loans for investment properties. And investment property loans are extremely low. I mean, one of the numbers that he quoted me was in the threes, no points or anything, and it was still in the threes for an investment property. So it got me looking. I was like, hold on one second. Let me see if I can find us another one. That's a game changer at that point in time, because like even earlier this year, it was a little bit higher than that for us. And I mean, getting in on an investment property at 3% or in the threes, I want to say, is a game changer, right? The other thing that I do want to talk about, again, and I know we've talked about this multiple times, but I'm going to continue to reiterate it to you guys. If you guys are looking to sell your home, there's no better time than now. All the stats are in your favor as a seller right now. Again,
it's crazy,
limited. It's limited inventory. The other interesting fact that we have on top of that for you guys is that that showing time. So showing time is the app that we use as realtors to schedule our showings between ourselves and other real estate agents. And right now, showing time is showing that the year-over-year trend in buyer showings is up 62%. It's 61.9%. So almost 62% up versus this time last year. And we have significantly less inventory. So it's not even like there's an abundance that they're going out to all these other homes. Like, no, there's not much out there. We're seeing
that right now, unfortunately, on the flip side.
Yeah. And so there's no question the buyers are out there. People are getting multiple offers on their home, and it's a challenge for some, but it's a great opportunity for the sellers. We actually in our office we actually just had an open house, and there were, I think there was 30 or 40 something people that attended the open house. It's crazy. The first day it was open, and they got multiple offers. And when I say multiple, I mean multiple offers. So that seller is sitting pretty, being able to decide whoever they want to end up selling their home to. And again, the good thing for them is that with rates being so low, them finding their next home, they're probably going to be paying, I mean, depending on what they go with, they could be in a situation where they're paying about the same amount that they're currently paying. And so it's a good opportunity.
I know you don't like to categorize it as a seller's or buyer's market, but there was ever a seller's market.
Yeah, lack of inventory may make it that way, so definitely does. But yeah, so it's definitely a couple good things for you guys. One other person that I did want to shout out before I end all my shout outs is good buddy of mine, John. So John reached out to me last week and told me that he was moving out of state and he needed to find a place, and his timing was extremely short. And so I told him, don't worry about it. He wasn't moving to my state though, right? I told him, don't worry about it. I'll find somebody that will work hard for him. Exactly. And so I found a great agent for him within my network and got them connected on Friday. By Monday,
was this the California?
By Monday, they were already under contract on a property. Awesome. Yeah. And this was huge because this is a great friend of mine from high school. And, so it meant a lot to me when he called me asking me for my help. And it was extremely special because he's also served for our country. Mm-hmm. And so for him to be in an opportunity to be in a situation like that was phenomenal, and for me to be able to help him out. So I was super excited about that. I'm glad for them to start their new venture over in California. And I know they just opened up escrow, so they'll be going through their inspection and everything else rolling up, but we'll keep you guys posted on that. So another great opportunity for somebody. So congratulations again, you guys, everybody that went under contract this week with us and everybody that went under contract this week with somebody else. We are all happy for you guys for making that next step in your financial future. So congratulations. So Nacy, I think you had something for us today too, right?
All right. Yes. So since you were pushing me so hard for a little fashion segment, I have one for you.
All right.
He is not cheating this time around because he does not know the answer. So I'm just curious to see if you know what's going on. So everybody assumes I know what's going on. So I'm going to ask you what's in or out.
Currently, I already told you guys I'm a fashionista, so I got this.
We're gonna see your rate. I'm gonna tell you. So I'm gonna go through some like clothing items and then some shoe items for women, because let's face it, men are no fun. You guys wear the same thing all the time. So
this tea, like this is serious. Like,
all right.
I struggle to put this outfit together.
Let's see. The first one, I'll give you an easy one. Skinny jeans.
Hold on, for guys or you said girls, right?
Yes.
Is it my choice, or is this like the fashion industry?
Like what's popular demand, what's known, like Fashion Week and all that.
All right,
stuff.
I'm going to show you guys how amazing I am. So clearly, skinny jeans are out. And if you want me to explain why, I can go into that. But just, am I right or am I wrong?
Would be curious.
Am I right or am I wrong?
You're right.
Boom.
And again, I'm going to put a disclaimer. A lot of the stuff that are out, I still own. And I think for me, skinny jeans is a little bit of a classic with, depending on what you're wearing. Like if you get skull and you're wearing over the knee boots, just
Tiffany,
because
I got this.
It's the only thing you can wear with like over the knee boots if you're wearing jeans. But they're kind of out. So what's in for jeans?
Let's see. Mom jeans are in.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, thank you. That's about all I got. Is there something else?
Really yes.
I mean, hold on. I mean, high-waisted jeans. Is that one too?
Okay.
Is that one that's on the list?
You'll answer my next question.
Hold on.
I'm going to give you the next
one. Hold on. You want me to give you more?
Yes, I'm going to ask you low-rise jeans, but I think you kind of answer that one. So you're saying low-rise jeans are out or in?
Out. Come
All
on.
right, you're 2
Come
for 2.
on.
Straight
Get off
leg.
me. Straight leg jeans?
Yes.
And
Yes.
boom. 3 for 3. Let's go.
Right.
Let's go.
Basically, anything kind of roomy, like the skinny ones are not so
I got this.
All right. Okay.
Right, Karen?
Okay. All right.
3
next
for 3.
One.
Was that 3 for 3 or 4 for 4?
No, that's 2 for 2.
I
right.
said skinny jeans are out. I said high-waisted jeans are in. I said
No, but it was 2 questions. It was skinny
But
jeans.
am I right about the high-waisted jeans?
Yes,
let's
you're
be honest.
right.
So point for Matt. Point for Matt. Up 3 for 3. Thank you.
I'm not gonna. Fine, I give you a bonus point. How about monochromatic looks?
And
Do you know what monochromatic is?
no, I think it's like when you wear like the same color all the way down or
You're
something.
right. Yes.
Boom, and it's in.
Yes. And what kind of monochromatic shade spectrum would you say?
Dark neutrals. Is that a thing?
It is a thing, but it's not necessarily. All monochromatic looks are, I would say, in, but mostly tans and.
Hold on.
like
So is
those
dark
white
and neutral like
khakis,
completely
beiges.
opposite?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oops.
I won't give
Or
you-
darks and neutrals.
I
is what
won't
was
give you
gonna
that
go.
point,
Alright.
but I was impressed. I give you half a point because you did kind of guess right what monochromatic was.
Let's
So,
go. Let's go. Come on. Fashionista. I told you guys. I got this.
Super long nails.
Out.
Yeah.
Boom.
Okay, I'm very impressed with you.
Boom.
Let's say colored leather.
Colored leather. Like red leather pants or tan color pants. Stuff
Yeah,
like that. Is that
or
what we're talking
tops.
about? Or tops? Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes, but it depends how you go about it. Because I know you're probably thinking Eddie Murphy and whatchamacallit wearing all red leather.
I answered the question.
That's not
I
really
answered the
it.
question.
But you're right. Okay. I see you. All right. This is a specific one. Gucci Marmont line.
What?
Gucci Marmont line. The line is
Can
like
you use it in a sentence, please?
Yes, like they have Gucci Marmont belt, which is the belt with the big Gucci logo.
Country of origin.
So you have the belt and you have the bag. They have the bag that has a little heart in the back with the same kind of Gucci logo.
Are you saying wearing all Gucci?
No,
like, is that
anything of the Gucci Marmont line, in or out. This is always gonna trip you out.
It's out.
That's a good guess. It is out. And again, I'm not making any judgments or any of this.
Killing
I
it.
had a Gucci belt just till the other day, and I rocked it, even though it was outdated. So you do you. If you like it, you wear it.
Stuff.
But per standards, it's kind of out.
Boom.
All
All
right.
right, come on. Haven't even gotten one wrong
How
yet.
do you even guess
Let's
that
go.
one?
Let's go.
All right. Fitted blazers.
Out.
It is. All right, we're
Boom.
doing oversized stuff.
Yep.
I'm pretty proud of you. Let's move into
Yep.
shoes.
My mom's
All
actually
right.
calling me right now, so she's gonna have to wait. Sorry.
All
I didn't
right.
put this on.
So we'll
Do
do
that,
some
sir.
shoes. Valentino Rockstud heels.
First, let's just skip that and let's actually talk about
No.
something that's in right now, right? So I bet you she doesn't even know this. Like, let's talk about the type of shoe, right?
That is
so,
a type of
so
shoe.
hold on. Let me.
No,
let's just talk about
don't
the type
no
of shoe.
deflecting. You're in or out.
All right,
in
hold
or
on. What was your
out.
question?
Valentino Rockstud heels.
Dude, that's old. That's out. That's out. We've been on that.
I don't know if I should give you the point because you guessed that one. It is kind of out.
I didn't
But I do
guess
own
it.
a pair, which
know
I
it.
still wear because I like them. Again, if you like it, rock it. But it's kind of outdated.
So that's the stuff.
right.
Like, in all honesty, when it comes down to like this fashion stuff, realistically, like the stuff comes in and out on like an annual
It'll come
basis
back,
or whatever.
and
like,
if you paid a lot of money for it, just keep it because
Right.
it's only a matter of a couple years, and it'll be back in. All right, kitten heels,
I don't even know what that is.
in or out?
Explain what it is.
In a sentence, like the really low heel,
And
like the grandma heel.
and
But only because I wore it the other day.
doesn't matter how I know it. I know it.
I'm gonna give you half of that.
Now, how are you gonna give me half? Is it in or is it out?
It's in.
So I get a whole point. Do I get a whole point or not?
Fine.
Like, you
fine.
guys tell me.
Whatever. You're
Try and give me a hard one. Give me a hard one. Give me a hard one.
Log sole boots.
Don't know what that is.
Explain
it. Explain what it is.
The really, really chunky, like tracky sole boots, super masculine, bulky looking.
So this is interesting because they're in, but technically they're supposed to be out. But my vote is that they're in.
I feel like you just said it both ways so that you can score.
I gave you my vote.
So no, you have to commit in or out.
I gave you my vote.
Is it in or is it out?
What did I say?
You said they're kind of in, but they're kind of out. So
yes.
In.
But then I finished. I said they're supposed to be out. Depending on where you look, they're supposed to be out. However, they're in. I'm going to say they're in.
They are in.
But they're supposed to be out. So fashionista over here is
Bottega Veneta. So anyway, yes.
Anyway, still haven't gotten one wrong. Let's go.
Ballet flats.
Ballet flats? Mm-hmm. Okay, say it again.
Ballet flats. I don't know.
Ballet like somebody's gonna take my car, or ballet flats?
No, ballet flats. You know I can't read. I can't pronounce that.
Hey, you need to define that. All right, so ballet flats. This would be interesting because ballet flats were in for a while, and so are they still in? Which would be a pretty long time. I'm gonna go with they're in.
They're out. Some people consider them a classic, especially like the Chanel ballet flats, but like now it's better to have like pointed toe flats because those are like round toe flats, so they're kind of outdated. I say
first one wrong, but she also said they're kind of like classic, so technically
some people think so, but I'm not gonna give you that.
Not wrong.
Whatever. Okay. Platform heels.
You mean like stripper heels?
Sort of.
So these were in maybe like a year or two ago, and are they're still in?
All right, that's a trick question. I'm gonna give it to you because they were out, but they're making a comeback, but not the closed toe platform, but like the open toe platform.
So they're in.
I'll give it to you.
They're in.
They're coming back, but they're not. We're not there. That's like.
All right, come on.
All right, last one.
I'm crushing this. Let's go.
Wedge sneakers.
Wedge sneakers, like the ones with
sneakers that have the platform, the wedge platform.
Like they're like super thick sole.
Yeah.
Out.
Yes, they're out.
Boom.
All right, you're a pretty fashionable guy.
Told you.
I'm impressed.
No
I'll make
question.
them harder next time. There you have it.
Doesn't matter what you do. You ask me questions from all over the place, and I boom, 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 crushed it.
Don't stretch it.
Crushed it. I got one potentially wrong, which was still questionable. So like, thank you. I told you guys 2 weeks ago I was a fashionista. She was making jokes, saying, "What does that even mean? That's not even a word."
All right, I proclaim you a fashionista.
Check yourself.
All right.
Check yourself. You know what? Now I got questions for you, and this is gonna be fun because, because I said so, pretty much. So actually, in this one, I'm actually gonna open up to everybody too. So this was a buddy of mine. A buddy of mine actually posted this earlier this week, and I actually had a debate about my answer. So you get to choose one. A is going to be an 850 credit score. B is going to be $2 million in cash. And C is going to be $4,000 per week for the rest of your life. Choose one. What would you go with? Go.
All right, 850.
And you guys can end up submit your answers too.
Wait, 850 credit score. Mm-hmm. How much in the bank?
No, $2 million in cash.
$2 million cash.
Or $4,000 delivered to you every week for the rest of your life.
Well, for the rest of... Oh, that's a gamble. I don't know how long I'm going to live. But... based on the time value of money, I'm gonna say the $2 million cash now, because you can. The way the market is now, you can, if you take that, invest it, then you can kind of still get more off of interest if you just live off of interest than the 4,000 that you get. And I don't know, I'm gonna stick to the 2 million.
So Nacy says 2 million. We've got Nick said, or no, hold on. I've got Jay's got 4K. We've got Rafa has got 4K. Tiffany says 4K.
Now you're making me doubt my answer, people.
Jay says you should be able to get an 850 credit score with 4K a week. We got another one at 4K. I think that's Rafa again. You can't be trusted with $2 million. I'm blowing. True story, Tiffany.
I can't.
Honestly, so like, no joke. My answer is C for multiple reasons, and that is definitely one of them. Like, if I had, I would definitely take the 4,000 a week for the rest of my life. But part of the reason behind that is just like what Tiffany said. Like, if you got $2 million, like, and honestly, if you had $2 million, we would be lucky to see about half of it. Because I already know you, Nacy would already be divvying it up to her whole family and my family and all that stuff.
I thought you were gonna say I was gonna blow it up and stuff, but like I'll prioritize like getting a house or something. But yeah, I'll probably end up hooking up my family and be broke.
And if you buy a house and then you end up spending $1 million, I mean, maybe you don't have to buy $1 million house, but you end up spending a half to a third of that, something like that.
Was there a right answer, or is this subjective?
It's subjective. But I mean, well, the right answer is my answer, of course. But you know, to everybody else, it's subjective. But so C is C is what I would go with. And again, like if you think about over time, like how long it takes you to make up that $2,000. I think when I instantly started doing the math when John posted that earlier this week, and I was like, well, how long would it take me to make the $2 million? And then from there, I was just like, no brainer. Like, why would I not go the route of taking the $4,000 per week? Plus, like, I don't think I would stop working because I actually enjoy what I do and I would want to do something.
That's a livable income.
Right? And so at that point, like, exactly. Like, I feel like you would be at a point where if you're bringing in all that money per week, maybe, and then you're also still working, like, maybe you can enjoy whatever you're doing a little bit more frequently. So I would definitely go with C. Anyway, so we'll move on from that. Here's a fun one. So what's the worst movie you've ever watched?
You know what that is. The worst movie that you subjected me to watch, and I wish I could scrub it from my memory.
You guys can answer this too.
It's Lars and the Real Girls. Why you like that movie so much, I don't understand, but I feel like I wasted hours of my lifetime that I would never get back. That movie was pure trash.
Okay.
What's yours?
So Lars and the Real Girl is a movie that we talk about frequently when we talk about terrible movies.
Don't watch it.
And I would agree with you on that. That one was pretty terrible. And it's not like I was checking it out. I didn't know really anything about it. Oh, you know what?
But you kept hooking me back in because every time I was ready to pull the plug, the worst part is that you were like, wait, I think this is gonna get better. And then I ended up watching the whole movie. I'll never forgive you for that. Like,
what about there was that movie Her that was pretty much like the second version of Lars and the Real Girl.
What is
I think the guy I don't remember what it was. He had something, right? I think it was like some form of a device or something like a smart device.
I don't remember.
And it would talk to him.
So I don't know what's worse, if it's so bad that's not memorable, or if it's so bad that it's always etched in my brain as the worst movie ever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's
I don't remember.
What's you guys' worst movie you've ever watched? And the other question is, did you actually finish it? So Lars and the Real Girl, hands down, one of the worst for us.
Definitely let me know because I will avoid all of them. I hate watching bad movies. Like, it's one of my pet peeves. Like,
so, okay. I did mess up on that one movie. However, I also killed it on several movies recently, too. I have
a good track record, but it's always forever going to be tainted by Lars and the Real Girl.
It's a crapshoot, man. I gotta see what I can make happen. All right, let's see. What did she say? What did Tiffany say? Thanks, killing. John made me watch it. Terrible. John, I've never even heard of that. Nope, didn't finish. Not even close.
I'll steer clear of that.
Rafa says Sharknado. That was terrible. Uh-oh. Yeah, the name alone for Sharknado and Thanks Killing, both of them sound pretty bad. I mean, Lars and the Real Girl sounds pretty bad too. Like, if you have to define it, it's a real girl. Yeah, whatever.
It was a blow up doll. Spoiler alert.
He loved her.
Yes, that's the sad part.
All right, this one is serious. So like when we moved down from the Midwest down to South Florida, this one just like completely perplexed me. And so I want to know what you guys think. Also, I want to know what your answer is when I'm not around. But all right, you go to the store. You've got a shopping cart. You finish your shopping. What do you do with the cart?
Oh, we're on the same page on that one. I feel like, but that's kind of, because that's both of our
question.
Like, I hate when people, like, just, please don't be lazy. Just walk a couple extra steps and put it where the actual cart go. I hate it when people just, like, put it up in the little sidewalk or just, like, put it here and the cart thing is literally right here. Like, that's just lazy and it annoys me to death. If you do this, I'm sorry. But no, I'm not sorry. That's horrible. Stop doing that. Like, you can't, like, it's not even, like, I feel like I get it more if you're, like, if it's snowing or super cold. And even then, I'm like, it's really, that's the crazy part. They don't do it up north. And then down here, it's like, you're not cold. Like, the weather is nice. Like, why can't you walk an extra 10, 15, even 20 steps to just put the cart where the cart go? It's a pet peeve.
All right, so Rafa says put it in the cart. Jay already said sorry. She's just like, yeah, all right, whatever. Definitely don't do it.
It's a Florida thing, right?
She said I'm not lazy. I promise I'm a good human. Sort of. Nice, Jay. I don't know, man. You're on my shit list now.
Oh my
Tiffany's
God.
got it right. She's definitely saying put it back. She said, unless it's pouring rain. Facts. Okay. I could understand that. And you have the kids.
I'll forgive
Again,
that.
that's like the snow.
I'll forgive that. That's
I understand
exactly.
that. So here's the crazy thing. So like when we moved down here and I saw that, I was like, why can't people just, it's right there. Like you can see it right there.
Blows my mind. They can see it and they're like,
nah. And then what they end up doing is they put it in another parking spot. So it's not even like they put it away from somewhere else. Like they put it in another parking spot. So they consume this parking spot. Now nobody can consume the next parking spot that was next to them because now they've decided that that's where the carts go back.
There are degrees though, because some people try to not do that, but then instead that's when they put it up in the little sidewalk thing, like where the grass is. It's like really, like it literally takes more effort to do this and put it up in like a side, like up, than to just walk over.
They want to be considerate to make sure that the cart doesn't roll back and hit your car. But here's the fun fact for you guys. So the strategy is to park next to the cart, the shopping cart return in South Florida because nobody's going over there. And so if you park there, nobody will hit your car. And John says, oh, she got lost. Hold on one second. John said he would return it if there was space. For sure. Well, definitely there's got to be space for it, but...
all right, fine. No judgment, but full judgment, really.
Jay said she thinks the people that are inside want to take a break and walk outside to grab the carts. It's too damn hot for that, Jay. Come on. I see the guys...
You just want to make sure they keep their jobs. All right, I get
it. The guys at Costco, I see them out there, and like, I'm sweating walking from my car to the door at Costco. And they're out there collecting everybody's carts, and nobody at Costco is actually returning it to the proper spot. So like, they're all over.
And
the
those are
parking lot.
huge carts, so that's
and massive parking lots. So I don't know. All right, here's another fun one: toothpaste. What do you do with it? Do you squeeze it from the bottom, or do you squeeze it from the top?
Are you asking me? Theoretically what's the right thing to do, or are you asking me
I'm asking
what is the actual thing I do? You know what I do because it kills you. I squeeze it from the top, and then every day you go in from the bottom and look at me like I'm a murderer and go like in front of me like this is how it's done, and I'm like fine, whatever. Because my thing is you can squeeze it from the top, and then whenever you're starting to now be able to squeeze stuff, then that's when you go in the bottom and you roll it up. You don't need to do that every day. You're like.
Every day you're supposed to start from the bottom and work your way up. Every day. You know what? There's no question about it. There's nothing to even debate there. You're supposed to start from the bottom and roll it up. So what do you do if you're squeezing at the top, and then you get down to like there's not much toothpaste left in the little toothpaste container, and now you gotta roll it up from the bottom to get it all the way
Then you roll it up from the bottom.
But if you've been progressing this way this whole time, it would be so much easier.
Oh, why?
Anyway. So, all right, squeeze from the Tiffany? Really? Squeeze from the top? Come on. If it's new, squeeze from the bottom when when you have to. Yeah, that's Nacy's method. Yep. Squeeze from the bottom when you have to. All right, well, Karen says squeeze from the bottom, so I appreciate that. That's the way you're supposed to do it. You roll it up as you go. And Rafa also says the same thing. Now, this is another one for me. And this one is like a pet peeve to the point where I will correct it if I'm at somebody's house and it's not right. So the toilet paper. Does it go under? Does it go over?
Under. It's easier. Like over doesn't even like.
No.
You just go under.
No. It's over.
Who says who?
Trust me.
Gather whichever
Trust me. All right, let's see what the votes are. I'm pretty sure not everybody. I'm pretty sure the majority go over. Jay says over. So we got 2 for over. We got 1 for under.
Savages, all of you.
That's the way you're supposed to do it. You gotta go over.
Says who?
If you go under and you pull, like it just starts.
There's no time that I've purchased toilet paper that it came with a manual that said you must roll from this direction or that direction.
I don't know what
you
toilet
grab
paper
from
you're
whatever
buying.
direction.
If you buy Charmin, it specifically says in the directions.
No, it doesn't.
Make sure every time that you put it so that it goes over.
No, it doesn't.
Over every time. Over every time. All right, last one. I've got a couple others, but we're not going to continue to bore you guys with all of these, especially since I'm continuing to win. I won the Fashionista challenge. I'm winning this challenge. Like,
by whose judgment? Oh my God.
It's clear. Did I get all the questions right?
You did not.
I got most of the questions right. I got
guesser.
like 1 wrong. No, I got them right. Anyway.
I wish you were that good a guesser at multiple choice. Burn!
Damn. All right, we coming
Throw
like
back
that?
to college.
Yeah,
Right,
that's not my jam. Like, you get 4 options. You got to figure out what's the best one. And if you guys know the way my brain works, it's like, well, this one is good. Well, if you think about it this way, then this one could work.
I think you overthink multiple choice because off the bat, you can always eliminate 2. And then if you're looking at the last 2, that's when the knowledge base kicks in.
Or the way you think about it.
Whatever.
And I feel like they're trying to put me into a box with these multiple choice questions. So thank God I don't have to do those anymore. Anyway, let's see. Which one do I want to do? Do we want to make it funny or do we want to make it like serious? Your choice.
Make it whatever you want. You're gonna declare that you won anyway.
Well,
so.
everybody already knows I won, but like it's your choice on what we ask next.
All right, let's do a serious one.
Serious one? All right. Maybe it's serious. Okay. If you could make one rule for a day and everybody would have to follow it, what would it be? Still kind of funny, not like super serious. It's whatever you want it to be.
Honestly, I would just say be kind because I'm just surprised just coming from the. Well, okay, so it's interesting because I came from Cuba, then to the Midwest, then back to Cuba. I mean, South Florida. So like,
North Cuba.
Yeah. So like, I don't know. Like I just encounter a lot of rudeness, and it's amazing to me. It's like I think if everybody could just be kind, it would make life so much easier for everybody. Because sometimes you just get in a bad mood, but a lot of it is, you know, people's vibes rubbing off on you because they approach you wrong, or you like waiting 1 second too long to move after the green light, and people are like honking at you, and that kills me. I'm like, dude, like you should have left earlier, like your mom said, like if you were in a hurry. But if you can just be kind, that'd be my rule.
I like that. I think I would go, I'm similar to you on that one. Mine would be about like charity. So it'd be focused on like giving back. So if I had one rule for a day, it would be that everybody has to spend that day giving back in some shape or fashion. Yeah. So that'd be my vote. So now I feel like that was like a somewhat of a somber moment. So we got one more. One more.
Oh, come on.
All right. You know what? Let's see. What do I want to ask you? That one's kind of funny. I don't know if I.
Well, you gotta move quickly because I'm out of liquor.
All right, me too. All right, this is definitely the last one because we're on E. So, all right. What's the? No, that one's too somber. All right, so we'll go to cereal. She's not even a cereal drinker, so this one is going to be interesting. But you know who I'd really be interested in answering this question? Carl Sudler, because he respects the cereal game just as much as I do. But anyway, cereal. Now, do you pour the milk first, or do you pour the cereal first?
I can't even participate because I eat my cereal with no milk. Thank you very much. Milk just makes it soggy.
Cocoa Puffs.
And it's gross. So I would say cereal first and then skip the milk.
Okay. So I respect the cereal first. It's definitely always cereal first. And if you just think about this logically, you guys. No, Jay, milk first? Oh, come on. There, Tiffany says cereal first. So let me explain why it's got to be cereal first. Because your ratio has to be right. And you always want more cereal than you have milk. But a certain amount. Yeah, but a certain amount of milk. Like, you got it. Like, there's been times where I was just under the right amount of milk. And I had to pour a little bit more in.
I'm going to call you the ratio police for now. Because that's like, if I think about all your quirks, it's all like, has to do with like proportion and like that kind of thing. So
Facts, for sure.
Ratio police. Officially.
But it's definitely cereal first. We've already got multiple votes for cereal first. We've got one person, Jay, that says milk first.
Well, he's a rebel, and I can respect that. But
it's okay.
Okay.
That's definitely the way to go. So, yeah, exactly. So we've got, Rafa says you can gauge the milk by putting the cereal in first, which is 100% true. That's the reason why
cereal with milk is nasty. But theoretically, if I like milk on my cereal, then yes. It's
not nasty. However, I respect your opinion. No, I don't. Not at all.
No, you don't.
But it's always cereal first. Always cereal first.
All right.
So
I'll take your word for
next week, maybe what we do, because I'm clearly a fashionista, we let Nacy try her chance at being a fashionista and see how much she knows. Because, like, I mean, she can't even stump the Schwab over here. Like, I crushed you.
First
crushed you on that.
You happen to be a good guesser, but it was hard to give you the points when you didn't even know what the words meant. So I'll put an asterisk next to your word.
It doesn't. Why does that matter? Did I get the questions right or did I get them wrong?
Whatever.
I would have.
Maybe next time I'll make it a 4-option multiple choice.
That's just cruel and unusual punishment. Not even nice. Not even nice. All right. Anyway, so again, if you guys want to know what we're drinking tonight, it's new Riff single barrel. It was awesome. I really liked it. So I'm definitely going to enjoy this one. It was this one. I think it's like $49. The last one that we'd had was like $39. And the guy, I told him,
going up in the world.
I told him how much we spent on the last. Well, I guess when he pointed this out, I was like, well, last time I spent like $39. He's like, is that what you want to spend? And I was like, kind of, but I also want to try something good. And he was like, you need to try this. So for all my bourbon lovers out there, if you haven't tried this, big shout out to Adam Stein for recommending this, and then the guy at Total Wine also for recommending this. This is definitely a phenomenal bottle of bourbon. So I'll be continuing to drink this. But anyway, thank you guys so much for showing up. We really appreciate it as always, and we will see you guys next week. Have a good week.
Yeah.